This is the briefing from Transport Topics for January 26th. I'm Esmeralda Leon. Discover the full potential of your fleet with IQ Cruise. This isn't just cruise control, it's seamless integration. Up to 9% fuel savings and real-time insights. Easy for drivers to adopt, proven to perform. Drive smarter, drive IQ Cruise. The trucking sector is increasingly harnessing artificial intelligence to tackle one of its most critical challenges: fleet safety. Samsara's Johan Land joins TT Managing Editor Seth Clevenger to share how fleets are implementing AI-powered solutions to revolutionize their safety programs. Discover more about the tools and strategies making highways safer today. Catch the latest Road Signs podcast at ttn.ws/episode 184. Now let's dive into the day's top stories. Federal law enforcement is stepping up action against cabotage. In December, Department of Homeland Security agents raided an Arizona trucking company suspected of participating in cabotage, the term used when foreign-registered commercial truck drivers operating with valid visas for delivery of cross-border freight instead remain in the U.S. to haul domestic loads. Cabotage is a violation of federal law, according to witnesses and news reports. Federal agents conducted an investigation at Tucson-based AG Trucking on suspicion of engaging in the illegal practice. American Trucking Associations voiced its support for the action. The Federation's chief economist, Bob Costello, said, quote, "This illegal use of foreign drivers is unfair to U.S. drivers and law-abiding motor carriers, and it cannot be tolerated," end quote. Thyssenkrupp is considering the sale of about a 30% stake in its bearings business. People familiar with the matter said, in a deal that could value the asset at about $1.8 billion. The German industrial giant is working with an advisor to gauge buyer interest, according to the sources, who asked not to be identified discussing confidential information. Deliberations are at an early stage, and there's no certainty a transaction will be completed. Frigid weather sweeping across much of the U.S. is starting to freeze oil and natural gas wells, threatening production from North Dakota to Texas. Crude output in North Dakota's Williston Basin on Friday dropped about 7%, or 80,000 to 110,000 barrels a day. Temperatures approached 30 below zero over the weekend. The Permian Basin of West Texas and New Mexico, which pumps almost 7 million barrels a day, also is at risk as sleet, snow, and sub-freezing temperatures are forecast through today. That's it for today. Remember, for all the latest trucking and transportation news, go to the experts at ttnews.com.
Spoken Layer.